Welcome, dear friends, to Cardiac Radio at 11 p.m., Nourishing Our Souls with the Laws of Love, a book that was written by the spirit author Emmanuel and two mediums, Waldo Vieira and Chico Xavier, took turns, even in odd chapters, to bring to us questions and answers about life, as we've seen in the preface of this book. This book, as Emmanuel said, is a, an educational booklet for those who want to know the Spirit's view on suffering. So it's all about life, but it's not that cold knowledge, because in Spiritism, it brings consolations, it boosts patience in us, hope, and boosts our inner betterment under the logics of reincarnation. This book was written in 1962 and published in 1963, and now relate to you in English. So if you go to the contents, the table of contents of this book, it has 8 chapters. The first chapter, which we're going to start today, is about the spiritual causes of illnesses. Remember, this book is questions and answers, questions and answers. So we're going to go one question per day. Why? Because we're studying it. We're not in a rush. Today, as we enter the realm of understanding the spiritual causes of illnesses, today, the first question that was asked to Emmanuel, and we're going to bring his answer, is what is the spiritual structure of our physical body? What is the spiritual structure of our physical body? Let's think about the question. What spiritually structures our physical body? Think about illnesses. When you are ill, a loved one is ill, somebody else is ill, what do? You go, we use Band-Aid and we use remedies, etc. So the question is this enough? To understand the spiritual causes, we need to understand of diseases, we need to understand the spiritual structure and foundation of the physical body. If you're a spiritist, you already know the answer. But what amazes us is the objective, how objective Emmanuel is. He simply answers in a line. The spiritual body or perispirit is the basic body, the fundamental body, which is constituted of subtle matter, above which the physical body organizes itself. So it's like a mold. I know you want to know more about the perispirit, right? But before we go into that, and I'll show you a slide or two about it, remember, Emmanuel in 1962 reinforces to us something that we knew since 1857 at Kardec's time. There is a spiritual body that molds the physical body. It's a subtle matter, but it's matter. Your perispirit, my perispirit is matter. So if you have any disease, is this enough? Is it enough to treat with material medication only? No. Why? Because the root cause of it all is not in the physical body. It's in the spiritual body. And we're going to say even deeper, the mental body. So we need to understand more about this body. before we understand the other things. So it's good to know that you and I are composed by three components. So I'm going to use a few slides just to illustrate, okay? Since we are immortal beings, we need to illustrate. So I'm going to use some slides that I recently used at a talk, but some more that are in the book Evolution into Worlds. So let me open this for you as we're studying together this question and answer about the spiritual body. Ready? I'm going to share with you the screen so you can follow me and we are together in the journey. So here we are. This is what we need to pay attention first and foremost, right? Yeah. All right. So here we are. We, as André Luiz now, in the book And Life Goes On, through Chico Xavier, tells us, reminds us that we are spirits, like in the analogy, a horseman connected to a physical body, the carriage, through the spiritual body, the horse. When death comes, the carriage stops working, but we still have the horse to ride our lives. That's how it is. So we're talking about the perispirit. This is a poor analogy in the sense of it doesn't explain us the molding, right? But what we need to know is this, for example, Leon Denis, quoting Kardec, in the book Here and Hereafter or After Death, Leon Denis talks about something that Kardec talks about in the Genesis chapter 13. He says, any action, any thought, reverberates and is recorded in the perispirit. So it's vital to understand about this spiritual body because the foundation of it all is there, the molding. We think, now, we think, we create thought particles that are living forces, and they will move towards good and evil depending on our will. If I go to the book Evolution into Worlds by André Luiz, I'm going to understand more about chapter 2, part 1, book Evolution into Worlds by André Luiz. He talks about the portrait of the spiritual body. He says to us, the spiritual body is not a reflex of the physical body. It's actually the reverse. The physical body reflects the spiritual body as much as the spiritual body reflects the mental body, which molds its formation. So this is so important. It's going to change the way we think about ourselves. So let us draw together, because this changes everything for us. So we're talking about us. We are the spirits, and we are the spirits. Let's write it down. Spirit, right? We are enveloped, because that's why it's called perispirit. We're enveloped by the perispirit. And this perispirit is connected. And this is poor analogy, friends, because I can't draw. It's multidimensional. Let's say, okay? We're talking about the physical body. So what happens is the perispirit responds to the mind, the mental body, to the mental body. So let's draw here. The mental body is going to be written here for us to remind us. Mental body. Everything we feel, think, say, and do is going to, okay, let's put this here, okay, in between. Figuratively speaking, I'm not an artist, but to remind us, the mental body will lead us into vibrations that will create thought forms, living images, and as they are frequent and intense over time, they condense and they mold this spirit that will be the mold for the physical body. So when I have a disease here in the physical body, it's because the disease is here in the spiritual body. It came from the mental body. So if I want to treat this illness in the physical body, I can't forget that I need to treat deeply. Deeply. What does that mean? The mind. That's why Spiritism is all about inner improvement, positive thinking, seeking the good. But seeking the good means when illness comes, I go deeper. I don't take Advil and that's it. I go deeper. So here's a tip for all of us: prayer, meditation, visualization, virtual passes. Okay, I'm going to show to you something. Probably you've seen it, probably you haven't seen it, but I'll show to you. Okay, if you go, and I'll share the screen right now to show how deep we go when we're ill, for example, COVID patients. Go to the website of the Spiritist out of Virginia, and you're going to find COVID-19 Spiritual Aid Kit. Click it. When you go here, you're going to find prayer passes. You click here, and it's going to lead you to several different types of prayer passes. And then you find files for morning prayers, for example, daily prayers, healing affirmations. Healing affirmations to help people think positively. I forgive everyone in my past and in the present. God's light heals me completely. And I go on and on and on. So, why we're showing this to you? Because today, Emmanuel gave us the core, the foundation of our health, the mind that structures the spiritual body, that structures and molds the physical body. Tomorrow, when we come back, I will tell you the question. We're going to study about if the mistake in a previous incarnation can predispose us to illnesses in this reincarnation, and how so. I know you may know the answer. Come back. Because tomorrow, in Laws of Love, we're going to know more about spiritual causes of illnesses and mostly how to stay healthy. If you ask, what's the exercise for the next 24 hours? Because we need to feel the scriptures, right? What is the exercise? The exercise is about blessing the body because we're using the mind and it's putting good energies into the spiritual body to reflect in the physical body. So let us repeat throughout the day. I bless you, dear body, dear selves. I bless you. As God blesses you, I bless you too. no matter the imperfections of the body. Thank you, thank you, thank you, dear body. I bless you, bless you, bless you, bless you. Let's do this together in this task force of the good. We're going to raise our vibrations and spread love throughout ourselves, throughout our lives, and then health, of course, is the inevitable outcome. Okay? If you have any question or comment, feel free to write to us at cardiacradio@gmail.com. We wish you lots of blessings, a big hug, and don't forget, bless, bless, bless the body. I bless the body. I thank the body. Thank you, God. Thank you, friends.